The infection spreads. Jake's mind was a haze of confusion. The doctors were frantic, voices muffled by the pounding in his skull. But through the blur, one thing became clear. He wasn't just sick. He was changing. His vision flickered in and out, his hands trembling as the itching in his arm worsened. Then the door to the room opened again. A young nurse, her face kind but tired, stepped in with a clipboard. Her name tag read Rachel. She looked at Jake with concern, unaware of the storm that was about to hit. "How are you feeling?" she asked softly, approaching his bed. Jake tried to speak, but his throat was dry, his words broken. He reached out for her hand, the impulse overwhelming. His fingers felt like fire, burning with the urge to touch to infect asterisk. Rachel hesitated, but then smiled, thinking he just needed comfort. She leaned closer, offering her wrist for him to hold. That's when it happened. His grip tightened. A low, guttural sound escaped from his throat, something animalistic. Without thinking, without control, Jake pulled her closer. His lips parted, and with a viciousness that surprised even him, he sank his teeth into her skin. Rachel's scream was short, cut off as she staggered back, blood blooming from the deep wound on her wrist. Jake's eyes, wild, dilated, watched as her body jerked, trembling. Her breath came in shallow gasps, her face contorted with panic. "Rachel!" Jake gasped, horrified by what he had done. But it was too late. Rachel collapsed onto the floor, her body spasming. She groaned, her fingers twitching as though they no longer obeyed her. And then, with a slow, agonizing movement, she lifted her head, her eyes bloodshot, no longer filled with recognition. Jake stood frozen as she turned her gaze to him, her mouth gaping, her breath rasping. The infection had spread, and it was unstoppable.